Mar. Hello, everyone. This is the Yajaira's team presentation, which now we are going to explain our topic. So my name is Yajaira, as I say, and my topic is grammar translation methods. So as I read this topic, I consider this topic so successful at the time that we use the techniques in classes, those techniques in classes. So one of it's so quite important because as soon as you are reading literature about that country, also you reading and seeing the grammar that they are using, also vocabulary, which they are putting in practice. How? Translating. When you understand the methods, the grammar methods, it means that the class is, they're trying to learn Spanish because they are translating words, vocabularies at the same time. So I consider one more time why important and so important this topic, because also they're using, and at this time they are using a word which is, a technique is when you use T and Y, because in Spanish when we use those words it means that the word in Spanish is going to end in that or that. For example, possibility, stability, etc. So those are similar words. And I think that to be able to understand a different language as we learn easy word to get in contact with the language is not the bad idea to this guy that are motivated to learn a language. Example, as the teacher used literature in the target languages. Thank you.
My name is Yumerly Mota, and I'm going to explain about the history of language teaching. Language teaching has changed over the years and over the centuries. Various influences has affected language teaching. It's important to know about the history of language teaching because, as I correct, language teaching has been changing with the language and with the necessity of the learners. Method had to change taught history, reflecting the necessity of the learners. In the past, language were just taught for the purpose of to read the literature, but it wasn't taught for the purpose to communicate as nowadays. With the new purpose, the history of language, the new methods have to change. Nowadays, English is the world's most widely studied foreign language. In the past was the Latin, who dominate commerce, religions, and government. With the changes, also English, French, and Italian gained importance, and Latin gradually became displaced as a language of spoken. The language of English and French have become more important. The decline of Latin entered other languages to the school curriculum, but they were taught with the same method that they were using when they were teaching with the Latin, when the Latin was the first language most spoken. With the new method, born the necessity of new methods. The grammar translation method was the method who dominate when the Latin was the language who dominate the governments and everything. But when the Latin got displaced, new methods were born as the direct method and others who try to find a better way to teach the foreign language more nature and to learn more vocabulary and to do easy for learners, especially to learn as a child. a foreign language. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wander Jose Gomez, and I want to share with you some methodology ways about data method. And I want to introduce this my work according to Larsen and Marty Anderson, that the introductional goal is learning how to use a foreign language to communicate. So the basic role is the meaning is to be conveyed directly in the target language. So the use of demonstration and visual aids. In other words, no translation is allowed in the classroom. When we referring to visual aid, is that the teacher uses places with a big map in the of the United States in front of the classroom. A reading skill will be developed through the practice with speaking. For example, at the beginning of the class, the teacher asks the student to read aloud a passages about the United States geography first, and he points to a part of the map for each sentence is read. And the another thing that we need to consider is the native language is prohibited. Then the teacher uses the target language, and the teacher uses the target language to ask the student if they have any question. So if the student have some, they are asked to use the target language to ask the teacher too. So in conclusion, but not the least, the another way of that method is without translation. The teacher answer the student question by drawing of the blackboard or giving a sample. Ask the students to think in target language as quickly as possible. So the teacher asked the question about the map in the target language, and the student asked to reply in a full sentence in the target language too. Thanks for watching.
I'm Yajaira Martinez Ceballos, and I'm going to speak about the direct method. This method is not new because many English teachers has been using it for many years. In this method became more famous because the grammar translation method was not giving the results that they expected in this moment. In the direct method, there is a basic rule, and is that the translation is not allowed. So the teacher have to use visual aids to show the students what he's talking about so they can notice, but he can't explain anything. Also, the native language should not be used here in this method. The teacher, as I said, the teacher demonstrates the things with visual aids. No, he can't explain anything. Also, the self-correction is used here. I mean, for example, if the student is explaining something and it made a mistake, the teacher don't going to say, hey, you make a mistake. What he do is that he repeats the sentence again, and he focus in the word that the student say like in a bad way. And in this case, the student can notice that he made a mistake. So the self-correction is used here. The grammar should be taught inductively, as I said before. The vocabulary, the students can make sentences, also paragraphs to learn the words. They don't have to say like sadly, like the vocabulary, how they make sentences, and they can help with that. Also, the students are presented with examples, and they figure out the rule, or they can notice what is the grammar, since they are practicing and stuff like that. So an explicit grammar rule may never be given also. And in conclusion, the direct method is the method, as I said, that the teacher just give images, and the students can notice everything. Thank you.
Open your microphone.
Microphone, Omar.
So thank you to everyone. Hello, my name is Omar. I'm going to talk about the grammar translation method. So the grammar translation method is a method of teaching a second language. This method is not new. It has been used for a long time ago. Through the time, it has suffered many transformations, and it is still in use widely in some part of the day in the world today because its contribution. And it was first known in the United States through a book written by an American classic teacher in 1845. The grammar translation method contains some characteristics that allow the student to be focused in the target language. The use of the native language is just used to introduce a new topic or a new word. The increase of the vocabulary is introduced by the teacher while she or he read a sentence and the student repeat the action of the sentence. And finally, this method and its characteristics are so useful for the student life. To make advantage of it will give you the opportunity to grow in your professional life. Thank you for watching. Kirsten, are you ready?
Oh, yeah,
Do
of
it.
course. Okay. Hello, my name is Kirsten Lopez Otaño. In this opportunity, I'm going to speak about or continuing speaking about the direct method. Well, to speak about the direct method, we need to be aware that is also known as a natural method. You know, in these methods, people need to speak not too quickly, not too slow, not too much, not too loud. It's just to be natural. In this method, people say that foreign language could be taught without translation. It means that in classroom instruction should be targets a language. A question and answer should be exchanged between teacher and a student. Emphasize correct grammar and pronunciation, and things that they couldn't do is the translate word, translate sentences. What I mean is that in these methods is focused on imagine, like for example, if teacher need to teach about the sky, they don't say cielo, they say they teach, like in imagine they say they They put a picture, and then that's in this way a student can understand what the teacher wanna say. So this is everything for me because my partner already talked about. So thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone, guys. That was our team presentation that belongs to our coordinator, to Yajaira's, our coordinator. So hope you like it and fine. See you later.
See you later, guys.